Hey everyone, Scott Sambucci here. You're listening to or watching the Startup Selling Podcast. So we've got me and Julian and Steven, and for the first time, we're doing one of these in the same room because usually Julian's in Mexico City and Steven's usually in New York. So we're doing our daily dose. And
I'll do this now.
Oh, no. Don't try it.
If you're listening, Julian is messing with Steven's hair, which is a big thing here. So we're in San Francisco working together as a team. We've been working together as a team for the last 2 days. One, because we were working at a workshop. We did a workshop at Draper Fisher Jefferson venture capital firm yesterday with a bunch of startups, and had the team come in and help me out with that. And then today we just turned it into a team day working from the hotel. We got a big suite here in near San Francisco Airport, and just been banging away, getting some sales stuff done. So we decided we'd do a daily dose because it's a day. So why not? Yeah. So thanks for listening, by the way, and thanks for watching. So topic today, Steven, you had one you wanted to talk about. Let's talk about it.
Measuring success when you try new things. So the example we have is we were working with a couple of new frameworks within our marketing and within content. And, we want to blow it out and have tons of people sign up for different things, but that might not be a realistic measure of success. So it might be literally, to do a Peter Thiel, going from none to one. So getting somebody to sign up is proof that the concept does work, and gives you something to iterate off of.
Yeah, Julian, you're the one that's managing the controls on all these things. Make sure you guys speak up really loudly too, because of the computer.
Yeah, so I think avoiding vanity metrics helps with determining success.
Avoiding vanity metrics. So why don't we talk a little bit, just to get specific about the funnel that we're talking through. So we did a webinar today. It was one of the things, in addition to all the other stuff we've been doing, we ran a training webinar that was open to the public. And so the last, 10 days, 2 weeks, we've been promoting that?
Yeah.
And so we had more than 100, it's like 126 people that said, hey, we want to come, right, registered. And of those 126, we had something like 76 people actually showed up, which is actually really high, especially for free webinars, because we have jets flying above us. We're going to go close the window. So we had 126 or so people register, 76 people showed up, which is really, really high. So that makes us proud to know that people are interested in the content. And a lot of those people stayed all the way to the end. At the end of the webinar, oftentimes what we do, whether it's webinars or workshop, we always offer to people, if you want some more help, we're here to help you. And we talk through ways that people can get help. In this particular webinar, we were, the way we were offering help was through a new accelerator, 100-day accelerator program that we're launching over the summer. And so we had this application. We were like, hey, is somebody going to sign up? Somebody going to register? And so initially we were kind of like hitting refresh to see how many applications we got. But in the end, we ended up getting an application today, which was really awesome. We've also got several other people emailing us about it as well. So in terms of bringing it back to your topic, Steven, what do you feel like the lesson is here?
Get one and then iterate off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get the one.
Get the one.
How about for you, Julian?
Same. Like proof that it works, that we can get one person.
Yeah. Like getting the whole system end to end.
Yeah.
Like seeing the whole thing happen from even the people who signed up for the webinar, that's not even really the top of the sales funnel or the marketing funnel. I mean, really it starts with offering people, hey, do you want a copy of our book? And then they add themselves to our list.
Yeah, it usually starts with a connection request.
Yeah.
And then they sign up for a lead magnet or a book, and then they get to our marketing list. And then they get the emails of the webinar, and then they sign up for the webinar. And then it happens.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of touches. I mean, you're going from a connection on LinkedIn to somebody who opts into your marketing list, who gets marketing drips from us with all the content we're pushing out there. And then one piece of that content is, hey, do you want to join this webinar? They sign up for the webinar. They show up for the webinar. They stay for the whole webinar. And then they actually say, hey, I want to apply to join this accelerator program. So could be 3-4 months from the time you get that touch all the way through.
Exactly.
But seeing that entire thing happen end to end is pretty cool.
Other thing to add to that too is like we wanted to get 100 people signing up, everybody in the webinar, pushes the convert button. We want to get to that point. But the other thing to consider is this is hours after the webinar, and we have a sign up. Like sometimes we always think, oh, it has to happen like immediately for it to actually happen.
Yeah.
We actually have to give things a time to breathe because they're making significant decisions. So as quickly as we want it, they might not actually be able to decide that it's something they want.
Yeah.
So that's something we all have to wrestle with to a certain extent. But I think, I would say we were successful because we changed some things around. We did something completely new and different. And we did have somebody see that it was valuable to them, which means we can fix it in certain ways to provide that value to others. So I think it's a huge win for us today.
Yeah, the time delay was something I didn't think about because it's an application. Like you click this button and then there's 10 questions, including your name and company, as well as information about where you are with your sales and what you need and all that stuff. Like it takes time to fill out the application.
Mm-hmm. It's also a fee.
Yeah, there's also like an application fee. So we had a couple of people email to say, hey, I'm interested, but I got to talk to my co-founder. So we're setting up those conversations as well. So while we wanted it to be instant, like, it's not like buy an online course, enter your credit card. There's some decision process. Is this timing right for us? Is this program right for us? All of those other kinds of decision metrics. So we finished the webinar in like 12:30. And then by the afternoon, we got the first application.
First one. And
now we have several more conversations booked with people. We had another verbal confirmation earlier this afternoon too. So these things take time. Just seeing that whole funnel from beginning to end is really, really gratifying. And knowing that the system works, now it's just a matter of building on top of that system to do more of it. So
I would also add something you always remind us of is it's not about getting the conversion necessarily. It's about extending the game. So, hopefully the webinar would convert a ton of people or whatever, and hopefully we'll see that peter out. But I think the part of it is this is an additional value point in that conversation that we get to have, and we further deepen that trust and relationship with people. So I think those are important things to measure as well, like how much deeper in this trust that we built with the people we want to help and serve every day have we gotten with every thing that we're putting out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of people on the webinar who we knew, for example, might be salespeople in organizations, but not decision makers, right? But those people are really active. They're big fans of ours. I'm having conversations with their CEOs. I might have a couple of them I have calls booked for late May, early June. So to use the webinar as a leverage point or an education point or just a way to continue to show value. You think about that in terms of selling to different buyer types, the CEOs in our case of economic buyers, but sometimes the people that we're helping to coach are not just the CEOs. It's the 2 or 3 people on the business development team. So getting those people to join the webinar, even though they're not going to convert right there on the webinar, we know we've added a ton of value and a lot of credibility to what we do to show that we care about the market and that we want to help educate people. So lots of utility from running that webinar.
I also don't know if we looked at how many people joined the marketing list.
Talk a little louder.
I said I don't know how many people we have joined the marketing list since the webinar. We didn't look at that.
I don't know the rough numbers,
but
honestly.
But it's a little up from yesterday if I remember, but we didn't check that. So that's
we had like 8 people a day on average. So.
Yeah. So anyway, just to wrap up, any final thoughts, Stephen? You started us off. I'll let you finish.
The boys have been working hard this week, and we're proud, tired, and ready to hit it again in the morning.
Yeah, dude, it's been fun. I love working with as much as we try to do stuff virtually. It's a lot of fun just to get in person. We were kind of joking, it feels like a startup. We're just like 3 dudes hanging out in a hotel room working, and even though we're not really not a tech startup. Just this mad sprint over the last couple of days between doing a workshop, doing a webinar, doing sales calls, helping out clients, all that stuff. It's just fun to sit and hack a little bit together. So we'll have to do it more often.
Definitely.
Yes.
All right, everyone. So I think that's a wrap. Thanks for listening and watching the Startup Selling Podcast / Videocast. We have to come up with a better name.
We'll get there.
The Startup Selling Show. The Startup Selling Show.
Daily Dose.
The Daily Dose, the show. The Daily Dose Show. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And we'll do it again soon. See ya.